Hello, YT. I'm just coming in right quick and I'm going to show you guys just briefly. I'd already done cooked the food and stuff because, see, one thing about with me with the YouTube, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even know for a long time that you can monetize and do all of that. So I basically started this as just as a hobby and to enjoy myself and to meet people and to have fun. So I don't know much about that, but I've seen people now that I've learned, really, hit it big and but with me, I'm not monetized. I just do this for fun and I don't come on here and try to act like the hall queen, the chef or any of that stuff. And a lot of times when I do the videos, it's because I'm using my phone. I only got a certain amount of time to get it up. Also, I got a lot of medical issues that I can't fully prep all the way through the way I like to because, medical and physical reasons. So I'm just going to show you guys how I make a quick corned beef and cabbage, and I do this anyway as a regular meal, but we try to keep in mind for St. Patty's Day. But this is not the way that I normally make it for St. Patrick's Day, but I'm just going to show you how I make it just like a regular meal any night of the week, because usually when I make it for St. Patrick's Day, I make the meat a certain kind of way. I keep the certain color in the cabbage and I add in, carrots and stuff like that. It's totally different, but I'm still going to use this as my St. Patty's Day meal, okay? So y'all, I'm going to get started here. Let me just get a plate here. All right, I got to find my special serving. Okay, we're going to start off right here. I just want to show y'all in my multi-purpose cooker. I did my corned beef, and see, I did it differently than I normally do. I didn't leave any pink on it. Normally, when I do it for my St. Patty's Day, I usually leave it where it keeps the color in, but I kind of sauteed it down and shredded it up almost like pulled pork. Okay? All right. And then in the pot right here, that's my cabbage. I made my cabbage differently, and I usually leave more color green to it, but I sauteed that down with green onions and peppers, okay? All right, and then I made, and that's just a little bit of gravy in the bottom that I left in there because I'm not going to put it on this plate here specifically, but I use that to, put over my rice, okay? So I'm going to start off, and that's a pot of rice that I made on the stove, because one thing is good to have all of these multi-purpose and rice cookers and all that, but you got to know how to use old school, because in case you don't have one, you know how to make rice, right on the top of the stove, y'all. And I'm telling you, it is so easy to make rice. And a lot of people think that it's hard, but if you just pay attention, and like with me, how I perfected my rice is just to keep trying, just like everybody else. And I basically got to where I needed to be. Also, I had put up, a video just to basically just say, I show appreciation and respect for women's, for International Women's Day. But I put Women's Day up because it was more, more easier to say Women's Day instead of International Women's Day on everybody's page. And I also wanted to elaborate on that a little bit more, like really speaking to situations of women that have made a big difference in this world, from the poorest to the richest. But I just didn't get into it like that because I've been caught up and I've been doing a lot of doubles, so I haven't had time. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to show y'all that right there. Okay, that's the white rice. That's my little pot, my little stainless steel set. So I'm going to start off here. I'm going to move the cabbage, and I'm going to put my plate right here. Okay, and I'm going to put some cabbage on the plate, and I got green onions and peppers, yellow, everything mixed up in the cabbage. And that's not how I do it for St. Patty's Day. I love for it to keep some green color to it. You know how we got when you have the cabbage, got that pretty green. I like to do that. All right, that's the rice. No big deal, y'all. I'm not trying to come on here and act like a chef. I'm not in competition with anybody. I just show y'all what I do, living a regular life every day, and that's it. It's not even about no kind of game. I mean, people got so many brilliant channels. I don't even hardly know what I'm doing, y'all. I'm just trying my best. One of these days, I'm going to get it right. I hope because see, I can't learn right now due to medical issues that, stuff that I need to know to be able to run a real smooth channel just yet. Plus, this is so much fun that I really like the way I'm doing it. I just enjoy myself opposed to anything else. But anyway, you guys, now this is going to look like roast beef, but it's not. It is corned beef, but like I said, I made it differently than I normally would do it. Okay, that's the cabbage. I stewed that down. Okay, that's the white rice, excuse me, and that is the corned beef. But I want to show y'all so that y'all can believe that it's corned beef. It's just like I said, I didn't leave the pink because there's certain stages and how far you cook it. See what I'm saying? That's the corned beef. You see? But there's a certain level to it that you cook it before you before it goes all the way to turning colors. And I wanted it like that for this, but when I do my corned beef and cabbage, I normally don't do that. Let me show y'all one more time so y'all can see what I'm talking about right there. So that's the cabbage, rice, white rice, and corned beef. Okay, now the other plates that I'm going to make, I'm going to be using some of that gravy to put across whoever that I have in here, as far as my family members is concerned, that want their gravy with their white rice. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to roll up out of here, and I just wanted to say this: the only way that we will lose our will is if we stop trying. That's the only way that you lose will, is if you stop trying. Other than that, you get back up and you start again. You get back up and you start again. And I also wanted to say this right quick here too. I have, like a lot of YouTubers pages that I'm on. I run into a lot of the people that I'm subscribed to and that subscribe to me. And there's one particular YouTuber that's basically almost just like me. I started off like doing a lot of reality reviews and stuff like that. And I went I'm totally low blow all the way through. Also, at the same time, still having a relationship with God and trying to figure out what I wanted to share with YT. And I have a hard time with trying to talk about God and then being me, because people get that mixed up and they feel like if you're walking with God that you can't make mistakes, you can't swear, you can't get upset, and that's not true. So a lot of times when I put up my videos raw, A, F, and all of that like that, a lot of subscribers would say, oh, I don't like that content, I don't like that type of stuff. But yet and still, some of the YouTubers that I have in common with them, they're all on their page. And the ones that saying they're religious and they don't swear and this and that and they don't like the commentary, they're on her page lapping up everything she's saying. And they're also swearing and carrying on. But when I did, it was a different story. I don't understand why. Because see, God ain't through with me yet. And you cannot tell me how to have a relationship with God or how I'm supposed to do things to be accepted by anyone. I bring me. Anyway, y'all, like I said before, the only way we lose our will if we stop trying. Y'all have a good one, and here we go, and thanks for your time. Like I said before, I'm not trying to do nothing special here. And this cabbage, the way I did this cabbage is my way I do it Jamaican style. I steam it down, green onions, peppers, yellow peppers, all of that in there. And, I saute it down on top of the stove. Then when I do it soul food way, I usually put it in with like a ham hock, or either a turkey breast or, drumstick or whatever. And then with my corned beef, when I do it for St. Patty's, like I said before, I get the corned beef just about done. Then I add the carrots in as it was just getting done, because the carrots it take a little while to cook. It take longer for them to get hard to me as far as cooking them than it does cabbage. So I always let that go first. I'll do the corned beef and I'll keep it where it stays that pretty pink color. And I make sure I get cabbage that got a lot of green to it. And then I put I put carrots in there. And I usually, the presentation looks like an Irish meal. But I'm just showing y'all a different way that I do it with some white rice. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later. And thank you so much for your time. But remember, you have to accept people for who they are. And if you don't like something they're doing, keep it real and be fair. All right. Bye-bye.